Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and it is Saturday morning. Wanted to get a video out there to catch you up on a pretty significant change for clan versus clan matches. They're going to be happening on different days now, so I wanted to give you my thoughts on that. And then while we're here, we'll get you caught up for what you need to know for this weekend in Raid Shadow Legends. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so the first order of business is to go over this announcement here that you may have seen on Raid's official Discord, but I want to give you some context here and some thoughts to keep you kind of in the loop. So first up, the upcoming CvC tournament, namely the time of its launch next week. The next CvC tournament will not start on Tuesday, so typically in about 3 days we'll be getting our next CvC, but that is not going to happen. It's actually going to be a week from today. It's going to be launching on the following Saturday after this Tuesday. So all you basically need to know is in 7 days from the release of this video, next Saturday is when CvC should launch. So as usual, 24 hours before the actual start, you will see this teaser in game next Friday. Then there will be no change to the duration. It will still be 48 hours. Is it a one-time thing or a permanent change? Time will show. We saw a lot of your requests to launch the tournament over a weekend, so decided to give it a try, and they will see how it goes. So we don't know if this is going to be an alternate thing. Are they going to do it on Tuesday and then on Saturday, or is it going to permanently switch to the weekend? I guess it will depend on how it is received from the player base. So yeah, definitely let me know down below what you think about the time frame and the change. I'll make sure and forward that to them as well for your feedback. Super raids. One of the main objectives of this feature is to make players in-game time more efficient and rewarding. By analyzing where our players spend most of their time, we decided that dungeons should be the first location to try out this new feature. The first one was a test run, which means that this feature might be modified and improved in the future based on analytics and your feedback. One more thing is even though super raids grant 2x XP, double rewards, and save your time, they will not be taken account in any way in clan quests and clan versus clan tournaments. So that is an important thing to know. So they go on to say, for example, when completing a quest for clearing the ice golem 200 times, you'll need to actually clear the dungeon 200 times, not just 100 if you're doing a super raid. So like they said, if you have a quest, clear the golem 200, you can't check the box of super raid and just do it 100 instead. You're gonna have to actually kill the boss 200 times. So definitely keep that in mind for CvC, and when you're doing quests, it might not be a good idea to do super raids during that instance. Then lastly, they've got Doom Tower bosses. Bommel and Dark Fae are certainly no piece of cake, but a lot of our experienced players have already succeeded in finding several tactics to conquer them. We will carefully analyze your feedback and the analytics in this area as soon as the current Doom Tower cycle ends. Meanwhile, we suggest that you watch YouTube videos of our content creators about Doom Tower 3 and its bosses to find out about the tactics and champions that could help beat Bommel and Astronix. Then carefully check the boss's skills to see which weaknesses they have and use your champion's strengths to win. Unfortunately, if you try to beat Doom Tower bosses with universal teams and not trying to adapt to new battle conditions, you will probably be defeated. Okay, so basically what that means is do not expect balance changes to be coming anytime soon in terms of a hot fix or anything. The Doom Tower bosses for this iteration of the Doom Tower, they are what they are, so you're gonna have to find a way to take them down. They are very tough, especially Bommel. I like, me personally, I tend to agree with them on Dark Fae. I think Dark Fae has enough answers for players to kind of take a go at it, but I think Bommel could have used a little bit of adjusting. I really enjoy challenges, like they said. I enjoy having to theory craft and actually build specific teams. I do think Bommel's a little overtuned though. Astronix is probably fine for the most part. Difficult, but there are answers to go ahead and give players options. But for Bommel, I do think he's a little bit overtuned. But let me know what you think down below. Again, I'll make sure and take note of that feedback, and I will provide it to them as best I can. And then for the CvC stuff, do I think it's better to have it on Tuesday or Saturday? I mean, obviously the typical viewpoint of this is people tend to have more free time on the weekends, but also maybe not. Maybe they're wanting to go out and do things or spend time with family, so maybe they actually have more time for games during the week. I mean, this is going to wildly differ based on the person and their individual schedule and what they have going on in their life. So really, it's going to vary across the board what people think on this. I know for me personally, would I rather have it during the week or during the weekend? I guess during the week maybe, because sometimes things kind of slow down there for a few days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, before we get into the 10X and the 2X and the events kind of going on for the weekend. So I guess maybe I'm okay with it being on Tuesday, but I don't mind it being on the weekend either. So whatever is better for the majority in general, whatever the majority of players want, I would support that. It doesn't really matter to me personally, but like I said, let me know what you think on that and I'll make sure and forward it to them. And while we're here, we'll get you caught up really quickly on everything else going on in game. We have obviously got 2x voids, and you can see that I have 0 voids left. We ended up having a crazy void summoning session yesterday on stream where I pulled 100 2x voids. I will get you the highlights of that experience, pulling the 100 voids. And a massive shout out to the amazing people that hang out with me on stream. Trigger Happy John, Mike G55, and Esoteric Travesty for really dropping a bunch of support and helping me have a crazy fun void summoning session. So good luck to you with your shards. I hope you are able to pull at least something that helps your account. And remember, the rotation is Ancient Sacred Void. So this is the end of that. We will go back to 2x Ancients launching about 13 days from now. And about 6 days from now, we should be getting some sort of 10x specialized summoning event for next weekend. Then for tournaments going on in game, the most important thing for you to take note of is the Ice Golem tournament right here, because it ends in less than a day. So over there on the right, you want to make sure you scoop up the 1,800 points to get the 5 fragments to keep pace. And if you want to see the full breakdown of the chart right here, you can see that we have still got a couple days. It's going to be ending around the 20th, 21st type area. So about 3 days from now is when the fragments will be finished. And if you want to know how your pace is going, I will show you how many fragments I have in game if you want to compare it to how you are doing. So where is my Rorik right here? I am at 60, but I will be getting I haven't even finished the Ice Golem, and I've got a couple other fragments coming to me, but that is the pace I am on currently in terms of finishing Rorik. But then for the events, you also want to make sure you're taking note of the champion training. I'm going to have to do a bunch of this today. You definitely at least got to get to the 2850 right up there. But getting to 10,500 would be a plus if you can make that happen. Gosh, I'm going to probably try today to make that happen, but it's going to be really hard to get to that 10,500. But if you can, you're rewarded with the 10 fragments, which goes a long way to helping you keep pace. But at least get to the 2850 for sure. And Dungeon Divers still has a few days left on that, but you do want to take note of getting some double dipping with the Golem and the type of dungeons going on so that you can get the points here for Dungeon Divers and get to 3,600 in the next couple days. All right, let's take a look at the shop really quick and see what is going on in here. So this is an offer they've done a bunch of. I've plugged this one in a lot. Oh wait, did it usually have this much chicken? I don't know. But anyway, let's plug it in here. We've got 1,000 gems. 700k on the silver. Okay, and then we're gonna have 7 of the 5-star chicken and 6 of the 4-star with 17 voids. Okay, and boom, 2.58. So yeah, for high spenders that have a good budget to spend on raid, this is some of the best money you can spend, because void shards are extremely impactful, especially during a 2x, especially if you're in the developmental stage of an account where lots of the epics are good for you, like Madam Saris, Maneater to help you with those unkillable comps, or pulling a good legendary. There's lots of the good ones that are void, Sify, Krisk, Hegemon, Tormund, lots of good void legendaries. So for high spenders, this is some of the best money you can spend. For people on a budget, you may want to wait until you get a little bit cheaper stuff, because 70 is definitely very expensive. Then we've got a brand new offer that I've never seen before in the Oktoberfest bundle. Now, it's very rare that they charge $80 or $90. They don't often do an amount between 70 and 100. Usually, they'll do packs all the way up to $70, and then they just skip straight to 100. It's very rare that you see 80 or 90. So I am interested to plug this in. Let's go ahead and do this. We got 1.6 million. Okay, and then gems. Oh, geez, the brews. I gotta do this math live here. 160 times 4 is what? 400 plus 240 is 640, I believe. I hope I'm right. 640 for the brews, and then 24 void shards. And you gotta be kidding me. It's exactly a 2.25 where it would be an offer that I recommend to you guys. Okay, so it's a purchase limit of 1, so you knew it was going to be decent. Would I recommend the Oktoberfest or the special pack? I would probably recommend the Oktoberfest. Yeah, the Oktoberfest bundle is better, even though it grades out technically as a little bit worse. I would prefer to have the extra shards versus the chicken, because that's more like dopamine upside potential. So I would lean towards the Oktoberfest for the $10 more. I do think it's a little bit worth it so maybe that means I should adjust how my offers are calculated, but I know Plarium is using it because they put it exactly at the bottom of the excellent. So anyway, if you want my opinion between these two, I probably would prefer the Oktoberfest, even though the grading doesn't really show that. And wow, they are really going hard in the paint here with the void offers. It's very rare that you see 3 different kind of specialized void offers. So let's go ahead and plug this one. I didn't even think that would be happening. Okay, so we've got 500k, and we're gonna do 500 gems. Okay, and then 14 of the void shards. Yeah, 1.96. So this one's way worse, and you can see that's why it has a purchase limit of 5, and then these ones have purchase limit of 1 and 2. So it looks like Plarium feels how I feel, whereas this one is the best. That's why it has a purchase limit of 1. This one is second best and is decent. That's why it's got a 2. And this one's way worse. That's why it's got a purchase limit of 5, because Plarium's like, hey, if you really want to buy that 5 times, knock yourself out, go ahead. But okay, I would not recommend this one. And my main would be the Oktoberfest for high spenders that are looking to spend money on Raid. The regular pack here, that's my kind of pack. I like to see that. The mini mix, we already know. And the Savage Gear 6-star Epic really only makes sense for the high level platinum competition PvP players. For everybody else, you're better off spending your money in different ways. And I believe that offer artwork for the on the far right there for the brews, I believe that's new with like the overflowing brews and stuff. That seems like I haven't seen that button. I may be wrong, but that just jumped out as new to me. But anyway, yeah, so we've got the CvC launching in a full week from now. It's not going to go live on Tuesday. Remember to let me know your thoughts on that. I would really appreciate your feedback that I can forward to them. And then also let me know about Astronix and Bommel and how you feel about their balance, so I can forward that as well. So if you're watching this right when the video comes out, I am going to head over to stream. You are welcome to click on the link down below in the pinned comment if you want to come hang out and play some Raid. We'll be doing viewer shards and just talking about all this stuff going on. So that'll do it for this one. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.